forward.
All right. Ready?
1 second. So Yaakov, I should post on the chat tomorrow, 5 o'clock.
If that's what the Ireland said they could do, yeah. Yeah.
And this is gonna cover up until Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be that difficult to do.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, if it's too long, we'll catch up for Tuesdays on Wednesday.
All right, works for us, guys. Everybody should try to mute themselves, please. I can't do it from the mobile phone. I don't know how to do it. Actually, I can probably do it. Participants, mute all.
Thank you very much.
Allow participants to unmute themselves. Yes. Where's Yaakov? Unmute. Yaakov, so you give it talk. There you go. Beautiful.
Mute yourself.
Mute myself.
So just to review, Amud Beis was on Samach Aleph Amud Beis. Was the Yetzer Hara, the world is for bad people. This world's for bad people. Next world is for good people. To love Hashem, you're supposed to love Hashem with that. No, we did that already, no? Samach, what are we doing now? Samach Amud Beis, right? Yeah. Samach Beis.
Samach Gimel Amud Aleph, we stopped at on the bottom. You said it's one long
I'm sorry, Samach Beis. Going to.
That's where we have to start. Samach Gimel Amud Aleph.
Going into the bath, just yeah. Going to the bathroom, Rabbanim, in order to learn the halachas, right? That very interesting Gemara. Hiding under the bed in order to learn the halachas of the bedroom. Reasons to use the left hand when cleaning yourself in the bathroom. The dangers of going to the bathroom yourself. Going to the bathroom with sneeze. Going to the bathroom when constipated. Right? Then we had a bunch of health tidbits from Rabban Azai. Then random tidbits from Bar Kafra. No talking in the bathroom. And that whole story with David and Shaul, where David saved Shaul's life, but used his clothing, and the reason he was zayed to that was the reason why Shaul was out of that was because he had sneezed in the bathroom. David made a mistake in counting Klai without the half shekel. No making shortcuts through Harabayas, no spitting in Harabayas, no spitting in shul. So Makimallah was no answering Amen in the Beis Hamikdash, right? They said Baruch Shem Kvod Malchusay Lamed plus other tefillas, using Hashem's name to greet people. When to be a rabbi and when not, right? When somebody should be a rabbi and when they shouldn't. More pidus from Bar Kapra. And the more friends you have, the more disagreements you have. Don't have men running your house, because we learned that from Yosef. That's how they got into trouble with Eshes Potiphar. Why the Parsha site is next to Nazir, and then why the Parsha site is next to Chumas and Maisis. And then if you weaken yourself from Torah, then you weaken yourself when you're in pain. Story from Rebavo. And then Amud Beis was the Rabbanim of Yavnehs praise. So that's what we're up to now. Okay. Oh, we didn't get up to that last story. We got to finish that last story. Where is it? Where we at now? Samach Gimel
Amud Aleph in the wide lines.
Yeah. Okay. Where is it?
It's right by. You have Likutei Rashi. It's by the break in Likutei Rashi's on the left side.
Yeah.
Rabelezer HaKafir is the first. Is the first
Amar
word
of
on
Safra,
the
at the end of the line. Amar of Safra. Yeah. Yeah. Amar of Safra. Rabavo have a mishtai. Yeah, have it.
No, I was in a different place, but yeah, got it.
That's Rabavo. I'm assuming everybody else has it. Rabavo have a mishtai. Rabavo had a story. Mishtai means he was talking. He had a story. Kshiyaret Chanina ben Achai Rav Yeshua the Goyla. When he went down to Goyla, so what he did is he decided from Chutz La'aretz, he decided when they're going to have a leap year and how many months are going to be in the year, right? Yeah. Shagaru Achar of Shnei Talmidei Chachamim, right? I'm saying Shagru. Right, Shagru Achar of Shnei Talmidei Chachamim. Basically, it has to come from Sanhedrin. Whoever decides to make the years into leap years has to come from Sanhedrin in Eretz Yisrael. And Chanina ben Achi Rabbi Yeshua Lagala, when he went down to Gala, he was calling the shots from Galus. So Shagarach, so from Eretz Yisrael, they sent after him Shnei Damim Chachamim. Rabbi Yosef ben Kiva ben Benoy Shal Zachari ben Kvutel. He sent both of them. Kiva Sharaisam. So now, since Chanina saw them, Amar Lahem, he said to them, Lama Basam, why are you coming here? Amar Lahem, Lama Torah Banu. We came to learn Torah from you. Hichras Aleim, and so he called out about them. Anasham Alalu Gedoyle Adarhim. So Chanina, who was the one in Chutz La'aretz making leap years, right? Spoke out about, meaning he announced about them. Shnei Aleim Anashim Halalu Gedoyle Adarhim. They're Gedoyle Adar. Vayisem Shimshu Bebeis HaMikdash, and their fathers actually were worked in the Beis HaMikdash, right? Like we've learned, right? There's a Mishnah that says, he said many times I said over in front of the Kohen Gadol before Yom Kippur in Sefer Daniel. So you see that these fellows' grandfathers worked in the Beis HaMikdash. So the fact is, he basically gave a haskama to them. Then what happened was when he, Chanina, gave a psak to make something tamei, they went against him and said, no, it's tar. Who Iser? When he said something was asur, they would make it mutter. So then he backtracked on his haskama of them, and he said that these people are worthless and they're empty. Amru like for Banis, you already built us up. You can't knock us down, meaning you already gave us haskama. How can you go take it back? Right? The and you can't break that anymore. He said to them, why, how come I'm making something tummy, are you making something tar? I make something asur, and you say everything is mutter. So they told him, the reason why we're doing this is because you're doing something wrong by calling the shots of leap years from Chutz La'aretz. He said, what do you mean? Akiva ben Yosef did it from Chutz La'aretz. No, you can't bring any proofs from Rabbi Akiva, right? Because there was nobody as big as him in Eretz Yisrael, so therefore he had to call the shots, right? He said, me too, I also didn't. When I left Eretz Yisrael, I was the biggest rabbi, so I have to call the shots from Eretz Yisrael, right? So they told him back, the young goats that you left in Eretz Yisrael, meaning they weren't Talmidei Chacham because they were too young, and now have turned into rams with horns, meaning now they are big people, and they are, they sent us to you to get you to stop doing this. And this is what they told us. Go say in our name, if he listens to us and he stops calling the shots from Eretz Yisrael, then good. Then we're going to put him into Cherem. Right?
Why'd they lie to him?
Lie to him in which way?
Because they came out and they said they came to learn Torah. Why didn't they just start off? If they had instructions, why didn't they start?
Why didn't they just? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Because I'm assuming the shot is because he would not have accepted them, right? And he would have fought them right from the beginning. Like this, they got him to give us skama, and then now that he's backing out, he won't be able to. That's what I think. It's pretty underhanded. It's pretty underhanded, but I guess they felt that's what they needed to do. No? That's what I think.
Yeah, it sounded like they weren't following directions. Like they had directions, come out and go do this thing, and then they came out.
Well, that I don't know. That I don't know if they had directions or not. Yeah. But the Gemara is going to ask. They also did something that they paskin differently, right?
Right.
Meaning, were they legitimate or not? Meaning the psakim. Let's see. And we say, they said to tell our brothers in Golus, If they listen to us, good. Let them go up to Yalu Lahar. I'm sorry, Yalu, let them go up to a mountain. Right? Achia, Yivneh Mizbeach. And Achia, meaning the great person, Rashi says. Right? He was a big man. Should build a Mizbeach. Chanyan Yinagin, and Chinagin will sing Bekino with a harp. And they will all be kaifrim. They'll all deny Hashem. Right? We don't have a portion of Elokei Yisrael. So it's a pretty strong thing they told Klal Yisrael. Miyad, go Kalaam Bechia, that the whole nation started crying. When they said Chas v'Shalom Yesh Lanu Chelik Elokei Yisrael, we do have a Chelik in Elokei Yisrael. Yeah. V'chol Kach Lama, and why do they have to do all this? Because it says because it says all Torah has got to come out from Eretz Yisrael and not from Chutz La'aretz. It's pretty interesting that we're doing this now, right? Yeah. So therefore, yeah. So that's all the Torah, which is, I think, what?
Song of the Da.
Well, that's true too. Yeah. So Bishlama, now, okay, so now that's the end of the story. Now they're going to ask an obvious question. Bishlama hu metar v'hem metamin l'chumra. If he said, he paskin something tar, Chanina said something tar, and they decided to be metama, okay, so that's not a big deal. Elahu metam v'hem metarim. How can, if he said Tami and they were metar, how can they do it? Vatani chacham shatime. And chaviru shoy letar. If one chacham says something's no good, his friend can't go be metar. Also, somebody says something is also, his friend can make it mutter. So the answer is because they're afraid that people are going to follow him. So therefore they had to be soiserit. Right? So obviously what's a pshat in that? I mean, so what? Can they talk a paskin wrong? The Gemara doesn't seem to discuss that. Right? So in the art school, I was looking around. So in the art school, they have a whole teretz that said it wasn't a clear cut psak. It was iffy, like, which is most psakim. So Mamela, they decided to go on the more lenient side just in order for them to knock him down. Yeah. Okay. So Tan Rabbanim, right? When the Rabbanim went to Karabi Yavneh. Yeah, but that's referring to a bismerish, not into a vineyard. Yeah, that's what Rashi says. The reason why they call it a vineyard is because everybody sat in rows. Rashi says, right, which is the same thing as in the bismerish has rows. So hey, so you sham Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Nechemi, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Yossi, Kulili, Paschu Kulam Bekover Achsanya Bedarshu. They all decided to open up with. And if you ever heard anybody say that by speeches, you open up your speeches by talking about your host, right? So they decided to be, and Yavneh was hosting the yeshiva, so they decided to praise the people of Yavneh. Pasuk Rabbi Yehuda, Rosh Hashanah. So Rabbi Yehuda, the head of the speakers, said, cover the Torah, and he was the person. He was the medarim in every area about discussing about cover the Torah. Right, and he made a Joshua. Moshe took the oil mayed, right, and he placed it outside the machna. Right, the Aron was placed 12 mil away. And whoever wanted to go speak to Hashem went outside the oil mayed, meaning 12 mil. Talmidei Chacham. Who travel a lot further than those 12 mil should really be called Mevakshei Hashem. Right? So that was their praise, I guess, to travel to Yavneh. They were praising that. But Devar Hashem el Moshe, V'diber Hashem el Moshe, and Hashem spoke to Moshe, upon him, face to face. So Hashem told Moshe, Ani ve'itcha nazbir panim b'halacha. Me and you are going to, we're gonna, how do you say this? We're gonna be nice to each other in while we're learning. So some say this is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu meant by that. L'Moshe to Moshe. Kach Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu Moshe. This is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu meant to tell Moshe. Kashem Shani Hisparti Lach Panim, Kach Ata Hasber Panim. Right? Just like I've been nice to you, so you have to also be nice. The Yisrael, V'Hachzer Oil L'Mekayme, and put the oil Moed back into amongst Klal Yisrael instead of being on the outskirts. V'Shav L'Machane, and return it to the Machane. Right? I'm going to go. I'm like HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'Moshe, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe, Ashav Yomru, Hara B'Kas, Talmud B'Kas. What people are going to say is the Rebbe's angry and the Talmud is angry. Yisrael Mate'elim, what's going to be Klal Yisrael if Moshe and Hashem are having a disagreement? If you return the oil Moed back to amongst Klal Yisrael, good. V'Imlav, Yeshua Benun Talmidcha V'Sharis Tachtecha. So Hashem basically told Moshe, gave him an ultimatum. He said, either you're going to return the oil Moed back, or if not, Yeshua ben Nun, your Talmud, is going to take you over. And that's what it means. And then Moshe returned it back to the Machna, into amongst the Klal Yisrael. Like we learned, things that are said by Gedolim and Kol Shekin by Hashem didn't go levatala. Right, the young Yeshua ben Nun became over, and his words never left the oil Moed, meaning he took over Klal Yisrael. So you see that he took over Moshe Rabbeinu. Anyways, he took him over only after Moshe was nifta. Yeah, fine. So that was the first thing that they said in Yavnehs. Another thing, Pasuk Rabbi Yehuda, the covered Torah, right? Rabbi Yehuda discussed covered Torah v'dorosh Haskes u Shema Yisrael Hayom Hazeh Niyeselam. Haskes means, we had this way in the beginning of the Masechta. Haskes means listen, right? Hayom Hazeh Niyeselam San Klal Yisrael, you should listen. Today you become a nation. Was the Torah given then to Yisrael? That day was at the end of the 40 years, meaning it was given way 40 years before, not then. Teach you that the people that are learning Torah love it so much. It's as if the Torah was given to them that day, meaning that's how fresh it is. I don't know where this comes from exactly, this proof here, but he's saying, but a person can say Kriya Shema every day in the morning and at night, and then one night he misses it, and it's as if he never read Kriya Shema ever, right? So I don't know why is that? He loses the schar for everything, right? I think it just means that people get so upset about it. I mean, you're still going to get the schar for all the other Kriya Shemas that you've said, as far as I know. I hope so, right? Fine. Haskes. So what does Haskes mean to, what are we dashing with the word Haskes, which literally translated means listen well. Also, kitas vaskavatar, what you should do is also another Gemara very interesting for the first siyum on the second dafyam. You should do is you should make groups and groups to be also in Torah. If you say Torah niklas ella b'chabura, you can only acquire Torah with a chabura. Like Rabbi Yosef ben Chanina, Damar Rabbi Yosef ben Chanina, might siv cherev abadim v'noyaloi. Right, there's a sword against those. Bad means are alone. V'noyaloi. So what does that mean? Cherev al seineim shel Talmidei chachamim sheyosh bad v'bad v'aiskim b'Torah. It's a cherev on, again, seineim means on the enemies of Talmidei chachamim. That's because we don't want to say something negative about Talmidei chachamim, so we say on the enemies of Talmidei chachamim. But what it means is on Talmidei chachamim sheyosh bad v'bad, they sit by themselves v'aiskim b'Torah, and they learn Torah. V'layoi elash metapshim. But not only that, but they become stupid by learning themselves. Because it says here, right? Which means that we have acted stupid. Didn't we say that tomorrow in the fast, in the laning? No, we say it in Slichas, right? Asher Nayalnu, which would be
Asher Nayalnu, Asher Chatonu, we say.
Right. So, yeah. So you see that if not only that, but if somebody learns by themselves, they actually become stupid. Not only that, but you can end up doing a chet. Because right after that it says asher chatanu. Right? Because they didn't get it clear, because all they did was learn by themselves. Right? The Sarim, the officers of Tzayim became foolish. Right? So you see the word Nayalu means stupid. Yeah, now this is interesting, because when you learn by yourself, you end up being krum. I find this personally all the time. When I learn a sugya myself and then I don't discuss it with people or give share on it, you don't makes a big difference. I actually was talking to Rav Cohen once, and he wrote a lot of svarim, and he told me Hilchos Avelus was the hardest sefer he ever wrote. And I thought, okay, maybe Avelus because it's all minhagim. And he said, no, the reason why is because everything else he wrote on, he learned with Chabura. Avelus he did by himself, so therefore he had a much harder time with it. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. I once spoke to another Talmud Chacham who said, I asked him, like, what's a pshat? Sometimes you have Rabbanim that seem to be Talmidei chachamim, and then they end up not saying, like, the psakim end up being strange. He says, yeah, because they become Rabbanim and they hide in their office all day. They don't hang out in the yeshiva. You don't hang out in the yeshiva being able to talk to people. You become krum. I don't. Maybe they were basing it on this Gemara. I don't know, but it's an interesting thing, and yeah, it's very true.
So when someone bothers you, we can use this line.
Naftali, you already overdid it on this one, so. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, but it is true, 100%. Right? Listen, what you should do is grind yourself on divrei Torah. Amar Reish Lakish, like Reish Lakish says, Amar Reish Lakish, Minayin shein divrei Torah miskayim elo misha meimes atzmei ela. Rabbi Yeager loves to use this Gemara. How do you know that divrei Torah will not last unless it's somebody who kills himself over it? Shenemar, obviously not literal. Shenemar zoysa Torah adam ki yomas ba'oil. This is the Torah, a person who died in the oil. Right, so you see that dying is said having to do with learning Torah. Davar acher haskes shma Yisrael, heim v'acher kach has v'acher kach kotas. What you have to do is listen, and then afterwards grind it up. Right, which Rashi says, and this is very interesting. Also, this is a very pro Daf Yomi Gemara. What Rashi says is first learn Bekiyas, learn all the Gemaras, and then you go. Learn Ian, which makes a lot of sense, right? Why would you analyze the Gemara if you haven't learned the entire Gemara first? Let's say, why would you start with the Masechta and learn the first 5 blot, and then, but you haven't looked at the whole Masechta, right? A person should first learn the Torah, then afterwards work at it. So at least with the Daf Yomi, at least with the first part we're doing. Yeah, hopefully Bez Hashem will do the second part too. Ki mitz chalav yotzi chema umitz af yotzi dam umitz apayim yotzi rib. This is interesting, right? So what it means here, when you squeeze chalav, you're going to get butter. When you squeeze your anger, then you're going to get blood. And when you have real anger, yotzi rib, then you're going to have machlaikas, right? Now I don't know exactly. This, I mean, it's in Mishlei, right? So again, it's a mushal for something. So now we have to discuss it. What are you going to find?
We can't see you.
You can't see me?
Nope.
No, I can't see him either.
No, I can't see you either.
Why don't somebody tell me that?
We heard
I guess you don't want to see me.
You're on a roll, my man. You're on a roll.
I thought it was only me.
And when I went on, it says on the thing, it says your video is stopped.
We saw you before, then we stopped.
Oh, what? I was on before?
You were on before.
How do I put it back on?
Move your screen to the right or left or something, maybe.
Yaakov,
Swipe your screen.
Yaakov, we thought maybe you're in the pajamas.
I am not. I am fully dressed, and I plan on going to Yavnehs after this.
Does your phone have a coronavirus?
Hope not. I hope not.
You swipe the screen to the right or left?
I did it. Now?
No.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
Liner, you don't see him enough, Liner? It's fine. We can
I'm
hear
good. I didn't say a word.
I'll leave and I'll come back in. Hold on.
No, then
Naftali, you going to Vasikin also?
yeah, I think so.
Are you going to go to Kaisel?
No, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to go right down the block by the Gross shul over here. Kal Hasidim.
Shit. How many shawarmas have you had so far?
So not one yet. I'm dying to have one. I think tonight we're having.
Expect the picture.
Fine.
Oh,
So those no glasses?
yeah.
Nice, man. I like them.
Thank you. Right out of Flatbush.
Aaron, I have to tell you, I found a shul you would love here.
Okay, the rabbi's back. Everybody mute themselves.
All right. We good? Okay, anyways. Okay, so my decision, where I totally lost it here. Oh yeah, so again, Amud my decision, mitz chalav yotzi chema. From milk you get butter, mitz af yotzi dam. From anger you get blood, mitz apayim, and from real anger yotzi rib. Comes out machlokes. Who do you find that has the butter of Torah? Right, somebody who throws up the milk, right? The mushal throws up the milk that he got from his mother. He throws it up all over her, right? Yeah. So basically, what you're doing is you're getting this a little, you're getting like butter, right? What a kid, like what they call it when a kid throws up cheese, right? Isn't that what people call it? Yeah, so that's basically what you're doing.
Like cottage cheese.
Yeah, so the kids, you're taking in the Torah, the milk, and then it's coming out cheese, right? That's the mushroom from the mother, yeah? Umitz af yotzi dam. Kol Talmud Chacham Rabbi Pam Rishona b'Shoisik. If a Talmud has a Rebbe who got angry at him and he's quiet, right? And the Talmud doesn't say anything, I don't know what you guys want to do with this Gemara, but it's short and interesting. If the Rebbe gets ticked off at the Talmud for not understanding, the Talmud stays quiet. Zoiche lahavchen bein dam ledam tor. Bein dam tomei ledam tor. He is zoiche to be able to differentiate between what's dam tor and dam tomei. Umitzapayim yotzi riv, and from double anger, rapayim is a lashon rabbi, then goes out a dispute of machlokes. Kol Talmud shekayis lo Rabbi Pam Rishona v'shniya v'shaisik. Let's say a Rebbe screams or gets angry at a Talmud once and twice, and then the Talmud's quiet. Then he's going to be zeichel to which is a higher level, to know the difference between dinei mamonis and dinei nefashis. The Tana Yishmael Lemer writes that sheyachim yasik dinei mamonis. If you want to become a Talmud Chacham, you should work in dinei mamonis, which is more chashem mishpat. She'en lechem k'tzayir b'Torah yosem mehen. There's no portion of Torah that's even more than that. Kimayin noiva, right? Because it's like a fountain that's just giving out, right? It's endless, basically, right? Which it is. Amar Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani, May Dechsiv im Novalta B'Hisnase V'Imzamas Yod L'Peh. If you embarrass yourself, you'll be lifted up. But if you quiet yourself, right, then you're gonna have a hand on your mouth. Call him and anybody who discusses over the Torah, certainly knows he's going to be lifted up. But if you close your mouth, then you're going to have to put your hand on your mouth, which basically means what we're saying is, if you embarrass yourself to ask questions, etc., then you'll become, eventually, even though you're embarrassing yourself now, you'll end up being a Talmud Chacham. But if you have a shtalt and you have this thing, you're not interested in discussing anything with anybody, then
that's where Loya Bai Shalom comes from, no?
Correct. Same, right, exactly. It's the same, very good. It's the same thing. Basically, what's going to happen, somebody's going to ask you a question and then you're going to stump. You're going to go like this, your hand on your mouth, because you were stumped, because you were too embarrassed to discuss the sugyas with people. Right? Basically, what this Gemara is saying is make sure you socialize with people and learning. Yeah. Pastor Reb Nechemia B'Chodeach Sani V'Darash. So Reb Nechemia had a drasha. I go to Yomi Shol Elakeni L'Chu Suru Redu Mitech Amalek. Right. Penai Simcha Imoy V'Ata Sisa Chesed HaBnei Yisrael. Right. So Shaul said, go away from the Amalek because I'm going to destroy you. Meaning Amalek. I'm going to destroy you with Amalek. Right, and you were very nice. You did chesed with Kaisel, so therefore I don't want to destroy you with Amalek. Right, which is also interesting that we're doing this today. But like Dvarim Kal V'Chayim, my Yisro Shaloi Karav Moshe Ela L'Chvod Atzmai. Yisro, who was Makar Moshe for his own benefit, Kach, so he got all sorts of cover for it. Right, I mean he was considered. We have a parsha named after him, so he was considered that he did something good. Somebody who has a Talmud Chacham as a guest in his house, and he feeds him, when he gives him to drink, when he gives him from his belongings, so of course you're going to be considered something very chashuv. Fine. Which is again, he was telling this to the people in Yavnehs. So Rabbi Yossi had something to say for his host. Don't destroy or don't make them disgusting. They are diamond because it's your brother. Do not don't also do away with the Mitzrim because they are you lived in their land, right? This is the psukim that are telling you that you can eventually marry Mitzrim and a diamond. Right, the Mitzrim didn't have the Jews because they wanted to be the greatest hosts in the world. Right, they needed it for their own good. Right, and you should appoint these people over them. Of course, somebody who voluntarily, for the Talmud Chacham's sake, hosts him, then he's gonna also for sure be considered chashuv. Rabbi Elazar ben Rabbi Yosef Glili. Rabbi Elazar ben Rabbi Yosef Glili bekavod achsanya b'darash v'varach Hashem as Oved Edom, and Hashem benched those that worked for Edom ba'avur Aron Elikid because of the Aron, right? So so that's also talking about a story in Tanakh. Well, in Nach, really, in Shmuel, where somebody touched the Aron Kodesh when they were traveling, and then he ended up dying. So it became.
I think Oved Edom is his. I think his name is Oved Edom.
Oved Edom is his name. Yes, Oved Edom is his name. Yeah, right. Oved Edom, as strange as that name is, but that was his name, right? So. Some the Aron, nobody ate, right? Nobody ate or drank, right? What you did is you cleaned it and you rovats. We had a few times this lashon really means to crouch, right? Chacham, meaning they just took care of it. Chacham, arach Talmud Chacham is basically. So if you have a Talmud Chacham in your house, that's going to be just like Oved Edom. Oved Edom was praised, so you can also be praised. Meaning Talmud Chacham is compared to the Aron Kodesh. Mahi bracha sheberchu. What is the bracha that Oved Edom got the bracha of? Rabbi Yehuda bar Zvida zu chamos v'ches kaliyasa. This is his mother-in-law, right? Meaning not his mother-in-law, meaning his wife who became a mother-in-law, and the 8 daughters-in-law. Sheyoldu shisha bekerem echad. They had 6 kids, 6 sons. In each what do you call it? How do you say it? Per birth, right? I'm sorry, not kerem, keres. Okay, it's very hard for me to see. Right, so they had 6. What do you call it? So what's that total of? 6 times 8. And Emar, Palti Hashmini Uksib Ki Baruch Olakim. Right? The Palti, the 8th, that was the 8th of the kids, and it says Hashem benched him. Kol Eila Kol Eila. How does it say? Kol Eila. It's hard. It's a little dark. Kol Eila. Mibnei Oved Edom Hema B'neim V'Achayim Chayil B'Koyach Lavodas Shishim V'Shnayim L'Oved Edom. Right. That's each one of them was giving more strength to be working the Beis Hamikdash, and it says 62 Vayved Edom, right? So he had 62 sons and grandsons, right? And his wife also had. So therefore, that comes out, does the math work out? 8 times 6, 40,
48.
48. Right, but he had his own 6. Right, that's good. And then he had his own 6. So that's 54. Then he must have had a few more grandchildren. That must be what it is. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what you do with this Gemara. This is an interesting Gemara. If you push the hour, that's what it literally means. Meaning you're forcing the issue. Then you're going to be wrong, and you're going to end up failing. But if you're going to end up, not making meshuggah and not trying to force things, then it's going to be pushed away from you. With the Rabbi Yosef, now what are we saying from the story of Rabbi Yosef? The Rabbi Yosef Sinai, Rabbi Yosef was more of a Sinai. He was more of a Bekias type learned fellow. And Rabbi was Aikar Harim. He uprooted mountains, meaning he was more Be'in. So it's Richulu Shaita. They needed them to become Rosh Hashivas. They need them at that time. So they have to decide who they're going with, a fast-paced learner or a slow learner. Shulchul Hasam. So they sent over there to Teretz Yisrael. Sinai Aikar Harim, Ezem and Kaidim. Well, who comes first? A Rosh Hashiva who's more of a Baki, or a Rosh Hashiva who's learns more Be'in? So they said the one that does Bekias comes first.
How do you verify that? You got to hear them. How do you verify?
I guess they knew that their styles of shir were different. One was a more learning more fast, more Bekias, and one was more Be'in. That's you could tell. You have different. You have different rabbis of different styles. You have different Rosh Hashivas of different styles, right? So they answered back when I said, "So Sinai Kaidim Shakol Tzrichim L'Marichad," because you need Sinai, because everybody needs the boss or the owner of wheat, right? Meaning you need somebody who knows has a lot of knowledge. So that's basically the answer that you should go with the Baki. Aval Pikein like Kibbutz of Rabbi Yosef. They were not. Rabbi Yosef was not makabelit. He said no. He turned it down. Tamrilei Kildai, because the Kildai, the astrologist, told him, Malach the Tartan Shnim, you're going to rule for 2 years, right? And then you're going to die. So then Malach Rabba Esem Tartan Shnim. So then Rabba, who was the more Be'in one, took it over for 22 years. Malach Rabbi Yosef Tartan Shinu Palga, and Rabbi Yosef got an extra half a year. He went after Rabba was niftas, and Rabbi Yosef took over, and he had 2.5 years. Kol Hanach Shani the Malach Rabba, during all those years that Rabba was the in charge. Afilu Umna Lebesa Leikar. They never even had to call a Umna, any worker, which Rashi says, even the blood letter to his house, right? What does this mean, right? Meaning you would think that he's the Rosh Hashiva, so if he needed to get blood, the blood letter would come to his house, but he didn't do that. He was not interested in showing that he was the one in charge. Fine. Yaakov, right, we say this every day in davening. Hashem should answer on a day that you're having tzaros, right? And it should be coming from the Shem Lekei Yaakov. So the Lekei Yaakov, Lekei Avram Yitzchak. Whatever happened to Avram Yitzchak? From here we learn that an owner of a beam should go put it under. He has to put himself under the proper width of the beam. Meaning, so what Rashi says is that he had a hard time. Meaning, Yaakov had to struggle with all of his shvatim. Yeah. So he had to be busy with them. So therefore, he had to be very careful and measure everything out the way he dealt with his kids, that everything should be done properly. Halevi, if you benefit from a suda that has a Talmud Chacham, then it's as if you're being nana from the Ziv Shechina. So Aaron and all the Zakanim came to eat bread with Chais and Moshe, right? The meaning Yisrael. In front of they weren't doing it in front of Hashem, they were in front of Moshe. What it's telling you is that when you eat at a meal with the Talmud Chacham, it's as if you're being nana from the Shechina. When you're leaving your friend, don't tell him to go with peace, go to peace. Yisrael told Moshe go to peace, and Moshe was matzliach. But when David told Avshalom go with peace, and then what happened was, then it was all downhill from there, because Avshalom, then you had the whole Avshalom going against him. But if it's a mace, meaning when you're giving a hesped, so you don't say leich l'shalom, do the opposite, leich bishalom. Go with peace. Go to your forefathers with peace. Right? So that's based on the pasuk. So that's when you're telling the nifter to go with peace. Yeah. If you leave, this is, by the way, brought in Shulchan Aruch. If you leave shul and you go to the base marriage to learn, then you're going to be Zachar b'Makabel Peshina. Shenemar Yalcham Echayil Achayil Yirah Elikim. It's Yirah Elikim B'Tziyim. You go from one good thing to another good thing, and then you should appear before Hashem, which is why Shulchan Aruch we passed in that right after davening you should sit down and learn something. Talmidei Chacham don't have any rest, not in this world, not in the next world. Go from one good thing to the next good thing.
Yaakov,
yeah.
If you want to make a siyum, do you finish it and then you can say it again, or you have to wait the last line?
Oh, you're right. Should we wait?
Well, we'd like you to be there. It depends on the quarantine, but
right.
You may get stuck there till after Pesach. But the plan is to wait for St. Patrick's Day.
Here.
It's Yaakov, if I'm not sure if I missed, half a daf here and there, could we still make a siyum?
Yes, 100%. You can still make a siyum. Okay, so again, this is a famous Gemara anyways. Okay, we can stop right there.
So be doing it.
What?
You're going to be doing it.
So therefore what?
So if you do it now, you can go back?
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to do it. We'll stop right there. Okay,
yeah,
so we won't say Hadron.
Unless somebody wants to do it now. Does anybody want to do it now, just so we could say it?
No, I'll make it soon.
Anybody want to?
Everybody should.
Maybe
I did it already. I don't care.
Okay, whatever. We'll leave it.
Trial, go for it. Take it away.
You guys are going to say it at some point within the next week. Anyway, we said it this morning.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Israel, go for it so we can say Mazel Tov, no?
Trial, no?
What? You can't hear me?
No.
Oh, sorry. Amar Abalaz, Amar Chanina, to me, Chacham Marvin Shalom Ba'olam, Shenemar V'chol B'nayich Mudi Hashem V'Rav Shalom B'Noich, Al Tikre B'Noich, Ela B'Noich, don't read it your sons, but your builders. Then the Gemara just ends off with a bunch of psukim along the same topic. Shalom Rabbi Secho, Vein Lomei Mishal. There's a tremendous peace to the people who love their Torah. They don't have stomach box. Yishalom B'Chelach Shalom B'Secho should have peace in your midst. I don't know what the Armonai Secho is your palace, really. I don't know what it means here. Peace upon you. Man Beis Hashem Elokeinu Ma'ak Shetayv Loch. Hashem Oiz Lo Yitin. Hashem Yivarech Hashem V'Shalom.
Mazel Tov.
Very nice.
New Hadron, Israel Hadron.
Hadron Oloch. Haroim Sukkum Masachas Brachos.
Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov.
Very nice.
Mazel Tov.
Wow, the first of many.
Okay, now comes the big test.
Bo Shabbos, Bo Menucha.
Yeah, well, let me tell you.
Rabbi.
First 8 blot of Shabbos are complicated, and then it gets much easier. So let's make sure we keep with it.
And if you also, that's going to be they're not long gone.
Right. No, Sroya, we decided we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow the daf is going to be at 5 o'clock New York time, and we're going to do 3 blot.
Oh, okay.
This we can, like this. We don't have any Purim issues.
All right.
All right, I got to go daven everybody. Shekayach.
Yaakov, can I ask you a very quick question?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Uncovered fleischigs in a milking microwave. What should I do?
Well, really, you have to experiment with the microwave. Put it on for a few minutes with food in there, and if you feel the wall right the second you take it out, the walls are cold, and really your food is fine.
Okay.
If it's hot, then if it wasn't used in 24 hours, then the food's fine. But then you should kasha.
So even if the walls are hot, but it wasn't used for 24 hours, and the food is still good.
If the wall, even if it's clean and the walls, even if the walls are hot, then it's fine.
Okay, fine. All right, thank you. I'm sorry. Go to davening. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Everybody. See you all tomorrow.
Good stuff to everybody. Wow.
Shavuot Mazel tov.
Okay. Mazel tov to everybody. Okay. Zag is in.
Mazel tov.